In my mind, knowing how to make wild game jerky is one of those fundamental outdoor skills that every hunter should know. It's up there with knowing how to clean a rifle or pluck a duck. And I'm gonna show you how to do an easy, fail-safe jerky that you will be proud to share with your friends. Pretty much anything that you'd use as a roast will work for making jerky. This happens to be a piece of elk, but you can use any other horned or antlered game. Also, take note of how many pounds you're dealing with. I will typically, when I'm making jerky, work with about 3 to 5 pounds. There are two schools of thoughts on how you cut it. You can cut it with the grain or across grain. With the grain gives you a chewier jerky that you really kind of got to wrestle with. Some people like that, but most people prefer it to be cut across grain so it's easier to chew up. Ideally, you're looking for a slice that's about 3/16 of an inch thick. Once you get done slicing your block of meat, you want to go in and trim off any pieces of fat and some of the connective tissue away. Now, some people go overboard in my opinion and they wind up trimming the whole thing away and they don't wind up with any jerky because they've trimmed it so aggressively. But I try to get like the real egregious pieces of connective tissue and definitely any of the white, waxy blobs of fat on there you want to get rid of. Mix your Weston jerky seasoning. You need 1 tablespoon of powder and 1 tablespoon of water for every pound of meat. Mix thoroughly to cover all meat surfaces. Now lay the slices out on your dehydrator trays. Set your dehydrator for 3 hours at 145 degrees and load them into the dehydrator. Start checking the slices around 2 hours. Regardless, it should not take any longer than 3.5. I set mine at 3 so that I don't forget about it and inadvertently overcook.